What's up, Sports-A-Delic? It's me, Reem, and I have all kind of stuff going on tonight. All kind of stuff. You know, he's back. James goddamn Carrington. He's back. You know, we're going to go over, some different cigars. We're going to talk about some things that can seemingly only happen in the cigar lounge. And do what we do. Join me over here in the studio. Sports-A-Delic, what is up? What is up? I am Reem, and Lil Reem is on here. She's gonna be on here somewhere, okay? Would you please hit that subscribe, like, and share for me, as promised? There he is, James goddamn Carrington. Welcome back.
What's up? Thank you. Glad to be back.
Now look, James and I, we are going in on, this is some of my famous rum punch. And James can attest, do not let the smooth taste fool you. At all. Yeah, because he says the same thing every time. I'm not drinking no more of that damn punch of yours. And then here you go. Did you swallow that? But anyway, we're celebrating, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and my Washington fans. I mean, damn.
Yeah. But you know that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Traditionally, when there's a build-up to the Atlanta Cowboy game, Atlanta usually beat the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
I thought that this was going to be one of those down to the wire, we're going in. I thought it was going to be either a 3-point win, 4 points at the most, bang, bang, back and forth, and it wasn't.
Yeah, we need receivers.
But I will. But what we want to do is prayers for, Ridley, your receiver.
Yeah.
He's out. He came forward saying that he's having some mental health issues.
Big ups.
And so that's more important, than the game.
Yeah.
But the word on the street is behind the scenes that they're trying to deal him. Is that true? Did you hear that, James?
I did hear that. And the sad part about it is that when you look at a situation whereas, you bring in Pitts, he was the most athletic guy in the combine and coming out. I understand the pick, but we have to do something in regards to the quarterback position. And don't get me wrong, I like Matt Ryan. I like Matt. I just think that he doesn't have the mobile abilities to get out, and every time he runs, you as an Atlanta fan, you just sit back and cringe. You're like, oh my God, this look like it's gonna be a train wreck. I mean, but
who would win in a 40 between Matt Ryan and Tom Brady? Who would win?
Oh my God, I would love if they had it on pay-per-view.
It would be the slow of the slowest, like
Dumb and Dumber.
The slow of the slow.
You're talking about anywhere between 7.
840.
Yeah.
But one thing I can appreciate about Brady that I haven't been able to appreciate about Matt Ryan, if it comes to that 1 yard, especially on the goal line, Brady's going to do what he got to do. He's going over, under. He's going to get that touchdown. Whereas Matt Ryan, he just don't seem to want to do that.
Well, I don't know if it's the factor of he want to do that. I think that if you look at throughout his career, Matt has always had very good tight ends. He's always had really good tight ends, and even
in Boston College.
Yeah. He had good tight ends. And so when you have a good tight end play, it helps the quarterback a lot in positioning because that tight end is big enough to the point where you can dump him into that middle. Mm-hmm. And if he got any speed or any hands, he's going to get to the outside. And most of those linebackers and safeties, they can't cover a guy like that. Yeah. But, you know, we got a new tight end that's coming in, and he has to learn the routes and everything like that. I think that the Julio situation hurt us a lot more than it did anything else.
It's hard to replace a guy like that.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, like, it may take years. What I don't understand is with Pitts, he had 2 games back to back, over 100 yards receiving. Correct. Then the third game, I think he only had like 4 targets. It's like if you draft this guy in the first round, yeah, you have to implement plays.
Yes, you do.
So this guy can make plays for you.
Correct.
Because he's demonstrated if you target him enough, he's going to produce. I even noticed today, and maybe it's because the score, you know, the distance between the scores was just kept going up.
Correct.
But it's almost like with Cordell Patterson, like he was no longer part of the offense either. Yeah. And so I
don't know who. I really don't know who's calling the plays. And some of the plays, it almost reminds you of Waterboy. Remember when the other coach had the green book and he was just sitting over there laughing?
Right.
It's like they know what these guys are getting ready to run.
They're in the playbook. You can't do
that. Yeah.
They're stuck in the playbook.
But I'm going to say this just like old boy said on Waterboy. We suck again.
So yeah. I would say that today you guys sucked and swallowed.
I ain't going to say the swallow thing. But I will say, yeah, and I'm gonna let you say that.
But we had the upset of the day.
Yeah.
Washington and Heineke, you know, he played his heart out because, you know, his bonus structure in his contract is if he plays 60% of the snaps and we win, he gets an extra $120,000. So we have 3 wins. So he's $360,000 richer. So, you know, I'm sure he's happy about that.
That's what's up.
And my defense, the defense that I seen today is the defense that everybody's been waiting on and the defense that everybody thought that they were going to be facing.
But you guys got a problem. And that's Chase.
Chase Young.
Chase, that's going to be a...
I'm just hoping that it's not an ACL injury.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not that.
I mean, because honestly and truthfully, Washington down 4 is they're young and they're hungry.
Yeah.
They are beasts when it comes down to that line. So, I mean, I got to give credit what credit is due. Now, you know, your quarterback player has been, you know, he's shown that he got some guts about himself.
He is who he is. I mean, you know, he is who he is.
Hey, George boy, that's what we're talking about.
Right. You know, I like Heineken. I like Heineken. The hell with Heineken. I like Heineken. And for that reason, he has heart. And I like that he will get out of the pocket, try to make something happen.
He will.
You know, but with Chase Young, I go by the eyes. And when he was on the sideline in his street clothes and he was talking, I was looking in his eyes. I don't think it's serious. Because you can tell, you can see in their eyes that despair, like...
Yeah, like the Jameson hit. Yeah. That was, you saw it in his eyes.
Yeah, you can tell in the eyes. Like when
he was done. Wow. That, I mean, and I like Jameson. I mean, I like Jameson Winston. I just wish that he can get in a program where they would utilize his talents and stop having him to force. But
I think he was getting ready to get back with the Saints. I really do. And then the horse collar thing happened.
But you got to understand this.
You know,
even though he was playing good, it was still always a speculation every week who they're gonna play. And I think as a quarterback, that has to work on your psyche for a while, because if you're gonna give me the reins to this team, give them to me. If you don't have the confidence in me in that, then okay, I'm a backup.
Well, NFL.
Not for long. Not for long.
Now, if you like it and appreciating this content, and we know that you are. So thank you to our current subscribers and absolutely welcome to the new subscribers. Just hit that subscribe, like, cheers. And share. Now, we're going to be going in our next segment, on the cigars. We're always going to be bringing you that cigar education. So we guys want you to tune in for part 2. What's up? We're back for part 2. Now, I'm going to discuss, we have 2 different cigars that we're going to enjoy. And both of them are, medium. James is going to give you guys the breakdown of what's going in his mouth.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the breakdown of what's going in my mouth. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, what I call the sleeper stick. This is the Bronze Cross Esteban Carreras. And I don't know what's going on. Most people, when they smoke a Esteban Carreras, it's usually the Covenant or the Cooper Copper, something like that. Don't sleep on this bronze. Yeah. This is Nicaraguan through and through. The wrapper, the binder, the filler. It's excellent, excellent, excellent if you're drinking some rum punch.
I hear you, rum punch.
Now, James, why don't you tell everyone what you got going on?
What I have is I got a Papi.
Is that a Torpedo?
Yes, it is. It's a Papi Torpedo. So a lot of people, based on the profile of Papi, they will say, it's on the high end.
What is that, the Papi?
Van Winkle.
Papi Van Winkle. Because isn't that also now from what I understand, don't they have a high end?
Yeah.
What is it, Scotch?
Rum.
It's a rum?
Yeah, it's a rum.
Yeah.
We're talking about anywhere between, 1,000 to 3 grand on a bottle of that, on some of his vintage stuff. So yeah, he's well known in that atmosphere. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And so the cigar is kind of like a spin-off of the rum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not a rum taste. It's a straight cigar feel to it. So you don't have any other flavor, profile that you're looking at as far as like any type of rum hints or anything like that, which I like. I
flavor.
enjoy,
you like flavor in your mouth?
Yeah, that type. Not this type of flavor.
No, I'm just saying, you said flavor, and we was talking about, because some people like flavored cigars in their mouth.
Yeah, true. But I've always said that, the understanding that most people that start off with flavors, they'll eventually come to straight sticks.
Straight sticks.
Straight sticks. Whatever size they want.
Okay.
Large, small. It's whatever you like. So.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Sticks come in all sizes.
And colors.
And now I know last week we gave some education about the proper way, to cut that particular cigar. So would you give a live demonstration?
All right. So what we're looking at is always on a torpedo.
Yeah, hold that thing up so they can see that.
So like on a torpedo.
I want them to see that band. Put that out there.
So what we're looking at is on the torpedo. What you want to do is you want to cut it in an angle so that what you get is you get a proper airflow. So if you can see here, what I did is I cut it in a slant. So that way, when the smoke comes through, it comes through and it opens up instead of trying to bottleneck.
Okay.
So this is a perfect example of that.
Well, I went with a straight cut on my Esteban Carreras. With a box press, you can, V-cut or, a straight cut. It's going to give, it's going to open up your cigar. Correct. And so we're going to light this up so we can give you guys, the flavor profile.
I think she need a room.
James. There you go. Make sure you blow on it. Blow. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Guys, this cigar right here, from the light up, I got to tell you, it's smooth, creamy, rich draw. Just barely a tap. That lets you know, it's burning good already. The filtration is, awesome. The flavor is, this is more of a hint. I'm getting a hint of nutmeg, just a hint. There's no spice, there's no pepper. This is like a straight 100% medium through and through. Again, do not sleep on this stick. The only two places that I know that you can get this in Georgia is at Cigar Villa, located there in Marietta, and the other place is
the Blue.
the Blue.
The Blue.
That's
And for y'all folks that don't know about the Blue, that's Blue Havana, located up in Cumming.
They don't sell these anymore.
They don't?
No, it didn't do well, but
Wow.
they also have 95,000 cigars in their humidor, so it got lost. It doesn't mean it's not a good cigar.
Correct.
It just wasn't selling there.
Correct.
Because again, Blue Havana too. If you want an insane selection, I'm talking about regular, cigar brands, as well as the boutiques, all the above. But I tell you what, we're going to enjoy this a little more with our drink. Come on back for part 3. But like I was saying, I think a lot of people sleep on Esteban Carreras. Now, traditionally, like the Cupacabras, I would say it's beyond a full. I think that would be a full to a bold.
Yeah.
Because I know that the first time I had one, I was curled up in the fetus position, and that was inside of the lounge.
Wow.
Yeah, because no one, kind of warned me, about that.
But I got to make 2 announcements.
Well, go ahead.
What I'm doing is I'm smoking the traditional from Papi. He has 2 lines out. He has the traditional and he has the 5 cured. And I was a little inebriated on the, he actually has a whiskey. And I'm on this hunch punch right now.
Yeah, I think the rum, messed him up.
Yeah, remember the birthday party?
Yeah, the 12-hour, no lie.
12 hours.
12 hours. The chief and editor of Sports-A-Delic, Richard, we had his birthday party. And his birthday falls around that spring forward. And we started at 3 p.m. and the party didn't end until about 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
because we sprung forward.
Yeah.
And for me, the funniest thing was we turned the barbecue grill into like a fire pit.
Yeah.
And then it became competition amongst the men. And
who could get the biggest log?
Yeah, who could get the biggest log. But one of our late friends, Tony, he passed away, but Tony changed the whole damn game because he comes back with a bush. Except for the bush he snatched up out of my neighbor's yard. So Tony was like, you know what, because he was a little skinny dude. And he was bringing little twigs, and of course the dudes was clowning him. And next thing you know.
And it was cold as hell out there. But we partied all day.
And all night. And we set the record straight on if you can mix or not, because we were drinking
everything.
And I normally don't drink brown liquor because it makes me crazy.
Yeah.
But I was crazy this particular long ass day. But we had apple pie moonshine.
Yeah.
Vodka, Macallan, this, that, beer.
Yeah. Hunch punch,
and some really good food. Because one of my hidden talents is,
she can burn.
I can cook a little bit.
She can burn.
I can cook a little bit.
She definitely can burn.
A little cheesecake sometimes. I do desserts as well. They say the way, to a man's heart is through his stomach. And it might be some truth to that because I noticed that you just can't seem to get rid of them You know, once you start putting out them entrees,
Yeah.
can't get rid of them. But give the flavor profile there, you know, for viewers.
Okay, well, the flavor profile on this one is it's going to be a medium smoke, a little bit of cream to it. So a lot of people might not prefer the cream because it'll come off as a light profile. But what you're looking at, and that is my biggest thing is I love flavor. So I'm not going to go so far to the right or so far to the left. I'm gonna try to stay kind of in the middle. And so for me, when I smoke it, I want to get a clean taste. I want to get a clean burn. And some of the attributes and things that I'm going to look at are going to be your ash content, the color of your ash. The color of your ash is going to determine a lot of how clean your tobacco is. It doesn't have a lot of impurities in it. And it's just going to be a good, clean smoke. Okay, what's so funny?
I'm listening to you. Why don't you break down for everyone clean taste?
A clean taste, to me, a clean taste is something that you don't have to try to go too much into detail. It automatically, from the time that you light it, from the time that you start taking the smoke in, you automatically know what profile it is. Okay. Whether it's going to be a stout smoke, whether it's going to be a light smoke, something like that. So to me, when I say clean, I already know what that profile is. I know what I'm looking for, and off the light, it's going to tell me. Now you got some cigars that'll change on you, and that's the way that they blend it.
Yeah, but you want, in a perfect world, you want a cigar that has a lot of complexion. And what we mean by complexion is, it gets better as you continue to smoke it.
Correct.
That first third, you're like, yeah. That second third, you're like, all right. And then that last little piece, you're like, yeah.
You screaming to the ceiling tops, yeah.
A cigar?
Yeah.
So cigars make you scream?
No, it don't make me scream. But some cigars are euphoric. So, you're going to have that profile to it. So
that's true. There's one thing that I want to tell you guys. In our last segment, part 3, we're going to discuss some other things that you have to be mindful of that can cause you to have not a positive cigar experience, okay? And this one is for Donald, because I told him that I would provide him with this information. James, one of my friends, Donald, he's a big tequila guy.
Okay.
So he wanted to know what is the best pairing from a liquor standpoint, from a cigar standpoint, to compare with his
tequila. Okay, definitely.
Yeah. So part 3, we're going to go over that and give you some more cigar knowledge. Subscribe, like, and share. Coming up. Sports-A-Delic, thank you for tuning in to part 3. Make sure you hit that subscribe. James, you got them big ass hands. Point to the subscribe. Right, okay. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the thumb. Look at that. Look. Big ass hands. But you did used to play quarterback.
Yeah.
So Donald, as promised. Tequila is tricky. So you have a couple of different directions that you can go in. I would say that the Tabernacle by Foundations would be a good one for him to go to.
Yeah.
And what would you say?
I would say probably Liga number 9 by Drew Estates because it's a full body profile.
Right.
So you definitely need something that's gonna kind of be complementary to that strength. Same thing like with the bourbon. You want to do something that's more bolder with that profile because of the simple fact that it's a stout taste, and so you need something that's gonna be right there on that same line.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, Nick, the the owner of Foundations, I think he was one of the head rollers and blenders for Drew Estate.
Yeah.
And I love what he did with his, what is it called, the Trendsetter?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the few cigars that have, infused with some flavor that's not overpowering and, tastes like syrup. And then, look, Liga Privada number 9, we know that there's something to that particular cigar because, that's what Michael Jordan would smoke on his way to the United Center, Chicago. And we know what he would do when he came out there. And when I was playing basketball, if I had known about the number 9,
I would have been smoking them too.
I'd have been smoking them too. I mean, I'm saying the rim.
6 championships.
And that's how he was shooting, like, he was so relaxed.
Yeah.
And that's why we do what we do. It's so relaxing and it's peaceful. Now, I'm going to give you some information also. A lot of times people have a bad cigar experience, and the first thing that they want to do is blame the cigar and say, oh, well, I smoked a Maduro and I was sick on my stomach, or it went straight to my head. But there's a lot of things that go into your experience that you never would think of. Number one, believe it or not, your blood sugar.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't even know that there might be borderline when it comes to, type 2 diabetes. So you might want to have, your chicken wings and your fries. Then you get your stiff drink of Macallan's 12 or something. And then you go get you a bowl. And then you shoot your blood sugar up.
Yeah.
And you're smoking a bowl, cigar. You got your drink going on. And that combination, because at the end of the day, alcohol is still a downer, it's a depressant. And so you got all of that going on. And then high blood pressure can be a factor. A lot of times what you have eaten, an hour or two prior to your smoke has a lot to do, more so to do with the outcome of your experience with the cigar.
Correct.
So keep that, in mind. And I think what we'll do the next time, we'll go over some examples for you all to be totally clear on what is an ideal meal when you're having a particular drink and a cigar, so it all blends together. Because a lot of people forget that cigars is pairings no different than coffee, no different than wine.
Correct.
It's kind of almost like the same process. Is what you say?
It is. It is. I think that when you look at pairings, I think you have to understand what it is that you're doing. And what I mean by that, is that if I'm coming in and it's my first stick of the day, I'm not going to go anything brashy. I'm not going to do anything bold because it's my first stick of the day. Right. So I can do that with something like a coffee. So I might do something of a lighter shade. I might do an Avo. The XO, I love the XO line.
A lot of people sleep on the, the undercrown shade.
That's another one, yes.
The shade.
The shade is really good.
Because it's in the Connecticut family.
Correct.
But, it has a lot of body, a lot of complexion.
It does.
It's
it really
an excellent go-to. And then a little history of cigars when it comes to the actual length. The Cubans kind of had it all mapped out. And so it's like, this is an hour smoke. And then if you have, one of your petite, you might have 15-minute smoke.
Yeah.
And that's where I want you guys to grow. Start saying, okay, I have my morning cigar, I have my midday, I have my evening, and then I have my about it weekend smoke.
Correct.
And a great morning pairing, with a nice Connecticut cigar or a nice medium, it's just cranberry juice with ice. Cranberry juice with ice. I don't recommend the orange juice. You know, it's going to be a little too acidic, and it might, you know, mess up your flavor profile. But just straight up cranberry juice.
Well, the thing that I like about the cranberry juice and the Perrier and the chocolate milk and the chocolate, because it cleans your palate. So what happens is that when you use the Perrier or you use the cranberry juice and things of that nature, it clears that palate out so that when you smoke your cigar, you're tasting all of your flavor. So you don't have
every
any time. So you don't have any back residue from relights or anything. And this is one thing I got to say about it. Cigars are made to light and enjoy that moment and that time. So when we talked about last time, we was talking about people around you, you know, messing up that experience. And I think that when you sit back and you enjoy a cigar, you're supposed to enjoy a cigar till it's fullest. You're not trying to relight it. You may hit it a couple of times just to make sure it burns evenly, but what you want is a situation where you have the opportunity to just sit back and relax. So whether it's 45 minutes or an hour and a half, what you want is you want to be able to enjoy that cigar from light to the finish. Because like
Absolutely.
you said, it changes and you want to be able to identify each one of those changes. So, you know, just sit back and if you're going to get into this game right.
Say that again. I like that.
Get into this game right. Please
Get into this game right.
Exactly.
Unlike what the Falcons did. They didn't get in the game right.
But
the Braves, no, hold on. But the Braves got in the game right.
Yeah, they got in that game.
I was pulling for the city, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the city is still high with, you know, the World Series, and I'm saying, man, they come back and put that thing on Dallas, you know, because you can feel. This is what I love about sports. Sports changes the whole entire atmosphere.
It does.
Like I remember in '98. When the Dirty Bird was introduced, I mean, the city was on fire. It seemed like everybody was getting along. I don't remember road rage. You know, dudes was buying drinks and not expecting.
Yeah, they were just living it up. I mean, the whole city was on Magic City. The whole city was crunk. Freaknik 94. I mean, it was just like, but, you know, of course we had the 28-3 situation and you know, until Atlanta changed that, until Atlanta realizes that this city needs championships.
Yeah.
It's too many people. And I'm gonna say this. Atlanta is in a what city do you know that creates 3 new stadiums for teams that wasn't winning? The Braves was the only one that actually came through. But majority of them, you know, you look at it, the Hawks got, you know, all the way, and if it wouldn't have been for Trey, you know, messing up his ankle, who knows how far we could have went with that. You know, it's we got to get over that curse. And I think that the move with the Braves is they showing all the other teams, if you put a winner out there, this city will ride or die with you. They will. But if you're okay with just putting out mediocre, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, well, you know, when you have that long Arthur Blake money, I guess you can just, you know. Now, I still feel this way. I don't think that he built Mercedes-Benz with the Falcons in mind. I really think it was all about the soccer team.
Yeah.
Because soccer worldwide, if I'm not mistaken, and I got to do my facts check with my my
with
device.
Your fact checker?
If I'm not mistaken, soccer, isn't it the #1 revenue sport worldwide?
Yeah.
Soccer?
Yeah.
See how it talks back?
Yeah, that's your own Siri.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fact checker Siri.
It's called Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just be like, hey, Richie. You know, and then the information comes. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in to our cigar series here at Sports-A-Delic. And we're bringing it to you, you know, every week.
Okay, here we go. What's up?
I'm gonna bring it to you every week, okay? Live and in living color.
Well, we can't be in black and white.
No, we can't.
So, check us
I want you
out.
to put that.
Huh?
There you go. There you go.
What you looking at? You see that smoke coming from the top?
Mm-hmm.
That means that the cigar is breathing.
Mm.
And that's what you want. You don't want a clogged cigar.
So what does it mean if smoke is coming from?
From where?
You know how people say, you know, smoke that ass. Like what does that mean?
Hey, all I know about is when the cigar game. Enjoy your smoke. Smoke well, my friends.
And be good to yourself. Thanks for tuning in.
Always.
Good night. To reach in there, would you open that up and get something to put in your mouth?
Here we go again.
He's going in. He's moving his fingers around.
Hey man, can I do the okay.
And he pulled out a treat that we gonna talk about. You gonna put that in your mouth?
I surely am.
Deep in your mouth?
Not deep in my mouth. No.
Oh, okay.